Hey guys, CD from AK3R, and never thought I'd have to make an unpopular rant about Wonder Girls, but hey, it's whatever. So, some people have been criticizing Wonder Girls because they do not consider them a real band. They think that they're just using the band concept for attention. And to be honest, I really don't care. I really do not care. No, wait, yes I do. Yes I do. I do care. Because it's stupid. Because a lot of the comments that I've read is because they weren't playing live on television, on the music shows, you know, KBS, SBS, NBC, those music shows. And I'm really over it. It's no different from the real rapper, the idol rappers versus the real rappers argument. I mean, first of all, Wonder Girls is not your stereotypical band, okay? They came out with the traditional Wonder Girls retro sound. Only difference is that they're a band. People are saying they're not a real band simply because the instrumentals on their songs were not recorded by them. They were recorded by other people. Now, if you follow Wonder Girls and you read all of their interviews, you would know that it wasn't decided that they were going to come back as a band until after the songs had been recorded already. So I can't really hold that against them. Second of all, they are not some experienced band that's been out for 8, 5, 10 plus years. No, they're new. This is new to them. This is all new to them. Okay, this is like you saw my reaction when they said that they were coming back as a band. You saw my reaction. I'm just like, huh? But they came back with the same sound that we're used to hearing from Wonder Girls, which a lot of people liked. Just because it wasn't recorded by them doesn't make them any less of a band. Just because they didn't play their instruments live on a music show doesn't make them any less of a band. A lot of bands have faked it on a music show before Wonder Girls. I mean, hey, look at some American bands have done that too. Look at the Super Bowl, for example. Back when Bruno Mars performed, Red Hot Chili Peppers came on there for about a few seconds. None of them are, except maybe the drummer. The only people who were live when the Red Hot Chili Peppers came up was the singer and the drummer. Everyone else was faking it. And the Super Bowl, the reason for that is you can't trust the sound systems at these Super Bowl performances. Just like you can't always trust the sound systems at these music shows. You really can't trust it. You really can't. I mean, at the Super Bowl, a lot of people, they would prefer, even though people love it when they would prefer it if you lip synced. They would prefer it if the whole thing was mimed. That's how they prefer it, because there's less risk. There's less risk of something, whatever, you know, something happens. Just less of a risk. You know, like your voice cracks, you miss a note. There's less risk. In the music shows, in Korea's case, it's just bad sound systems. I mean, let's be honest, it's just bad sound systems. There's a lot of fan cams where artists have been performing and the whole thing just cut off on them. Look, I think there was a thing of Lucifer. Shiny was performing Lucifer, and in the middle of their dance break, music just cuts off. And Shiny's just like, what? Really not that big of a deal. And also, if you watch the Wonder Girls comeback showcase, their showcase, they played live. The whole thing was live. The whole thing was live. I really hate how some people will. There's certain mistakes that idols make. There's certain things that idols do wrong. Some people will just take that and hold on to it forever. In EXO's case, someone will take an old MR removed performance of EXO where they performed horribly, and they will use that for years and say that they didn't sing well. Yet, even if EXO does an a cappella song and they perform really, really, really well and they don't lip sync, people will still bring up that old MR removed and be like, oh, they can't sing. Y'all see where I'm getting at here. It's a music show, you guys. At the end of the day, it's a music show. It's a music show. Not a concert. If it was a Wonder Girls concert, then I would be upset. But so far, the live showcases they've held, they played it live. A music show, the music shows in K-pop in general, there's been a lot of incidents where they're not really live. So not going to hold that against Wonder Girls when there's many other artists who have faked it. Whether it was their instruments or their live vocals, a lot of people have faked it. Wonder Girls are not the only one. So I'm not gonna hold it against them. As long as I can go to a Wonder Girls concert or a JYP Nation concert and they pick up their instrument and they fake it, then I'll be mad. But so far, they haven't. Well, they haven't had a concert, but the showcase was live. I watched the showcase. That was live. So really nothing to worry about. Nothing. And also, you also have to remember one more thing. This isn't the traditional band. They are dancing as well. No, the dance moves aren't really difficult, but it's still enough the dance moves are enough to throw you off. They're dancing, they're singing, and they're playing the instruments all at the same time. That's difficult. That is really difficult. Singing and dancing itself is difficult. Playing an instrument and moving is difficult. I was in marching band. I played flute. It's really tough. That's hard. And flutes is one of the, let's just say, if you're gonna play flute and be in marching band, you gotta have some lungs on you. Most people look at the flute like, oh, it's so easy. No, it's not. Doesn't in marching band, the guitar players, they don't march. They sit on the sidelines. No one's gonna know. You'd have to. I will make a blog and a video and I don't know, if I ever see a guitar player marching in line in a marching band on a field in a field show, I will be very surprised. I will be very surprised. But hey, unlike some bands who don't know how to stick to their concepts, Wonder Girls is gonna keep at it. This isn't a one-time thing. The next album, they're gonna be a band. Some of their songs, yes, they're gonna dance to some of their songs. They are a dance group before they are a band. I'm not gonna hold that against them. But hey, they started this band thing, and they're gonna stick to it, and they're gonna keep at it, and they're gonna get better. Only time will tell. I won't hold it against them. I consider them a band. If you want to hold the whole they didn't record the instrumentals on them, that's on you. If you want to hold against them that they didn't play live on a music show, where a lot of people aren't live on music shows other than them, that's on you. But hey, if I can pay a ticket to go to a Wonder Girls concert and watch as Yenny rocks out on an amazing keyboard solo, or Lim on a guitar solo, or Senmi on a bass solo, or Yubin on a drum solo, I'm fine. Okay, you can still be mad about the instrumentals, but hey, at the end of the day, it's the live performance that counts. And a music show is not. That does not define their careers. But anyways, y'all, I'm done talking about this. It's really stupid. It's really stupid. I mean, it's really, really stupid. I mean, because I remember some people actually were thinking that they were going to come back as a rock band. First things first, Wonder Girls is not a rock band. They are not. No, rock is... Maybe if it was a Yenny solo album, I'd quickly find a rock song on one of Yenny's solo albums than I would a Wonder Girls album. I mean, just no, they're not a... No. No. No, JYP is not about that rock life. No. No, no, no. They are a band. They are a retro band. Yes, bands who play the R&B, jazz, funk stuff, bands like that do exist. Earth, Wind, and Fire is the biggest example I know. And there are some other bands too, like Janelle Monáe and Wonderland, another example. But hey, it's whatever. People are gonna think what they're gonna think. All I know is that Wonder Girls, if I go to a Wonder Girls concert, I know they're going to be playing live. If I go to a music show where a lot of stuff isn't live, they probably... Y'all get it. Anyways, y'all, I'm CD from AK3R. Subscribe if you want to see more videos. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description. Shout out to my co-host ever featured on this channel, past, present, and future. I am CD. Goodbye, you guys.